Time is 12 o'clock and here's the Midday News. First, the top stories. Ogun House of Assembly to resume debate on amended 1999 Constitution clauses. Okorocha asked Buhari to reply former President Obasanjo's letter. Lassa fever killed 31 in 15 states. Student feared dead in riots over blasphemy in Adamawa University. Maldives police arrest apex court judges amidst political crisis. 24 people killed in fresh ethnic clashes in DR Congo. I am Tobi Joseph, bringing you the news in details shortly. Debate was resumed on Thursday by the Ogun State House of Assembly on the clauses amended in the 1999 Constitution. The clauses were amended by the National Assembly in the ongoing review of the 1999 Constitution. Findings by Roxy FM show that the State House of Assembly stopped further debate on the amended clauses to resolve some grey areas in the document. The State Assembly last December 22 began debate of the Constitutional Amendment Bill, during which it voted for the financial autonomy for the state houses of assembly. The House also approved the clause changing the name of the Nigerian Police Force to the Nigerian Police. Other clauses approved by the House of Assembly include the one disallowing anyone who has been sworn into office twice as president or state governor from seeking a third term in office. A couple have been arrested in Lagos for operating a baby factory in the Kotoigbe axis of the city. The couple, Adeola and Binta Adebayo, were paraded by the State Acting Police Commissioner Edgar Imoimi before newsmen at the State Police Command in Ikeja. He said that 3 young women were recovered from the home of the couple and handed over to the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP. The couple, according to the police commissioner, was arrested by operatives of the Federal Anti-Robbery Squad following a tip-off. He alleged that the couple was harboring young pregnant women at their One Treasure Close in Ikoto. The police chief said the couple was allegedly selling babies delivered by the young women without their consent. Chairman of the APC Governors Forum, Rochas Okorocha, has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to speak out on the open letter written to him by former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Obasanjo, in the open letter, rated Buhari low in performance and advised him not to seek re-election in 2019. Okorocha, speaking to newsmen in Owerri, the Imo State capital, explained that direct reply by Buhari will end the region controversy over the open letter. Also, the governor said Buhari's reply will enable those aspiring for the 2019 APC presidential tickets to make up their minds on their political ambition. He, however, said he would not join the 2019 presidential race if Buhari is interested in a second term in office. The presidency said that Nigeria will not allow any part of its territories to be used to destabilize Cameroon. National Security Advisor Babagana Mongono gave this indication in Abuja at the 6th session of the Nigeria-Cameroon Trans-Border Security Commission. Mongono said Nigeria supports the unity, sovereignty, and territorial integrity of Cameroon, but asked Cameroon authorities to engage all aggrieved parties in a constructive manner to reduce tension. The National Security Advisor also asked Cameroonian government to facilitate the return of thousands of its citizens who crossed the border into Nigeria to seek refuge. The death toll from Lassa fever has increased to 31 in 15 states. The affected states include Lagos, Bauchi, Plateau, Taraba, Nasarawa, Benue, Kogi, Ebonyi, Edo, Delta, Ondo, Osun, Rivers, Imo, and Anambra State. Also, around 50 cases of the disease have been confirmed after laboratory tests. Health Minister Professor Isaac Adewale made this known in Abuja at the emergency meeting of the National Council on Health, attended by the health commissioners from the state. He said that Edo and Ondo State are the most affected states. Adewale explained that 10 health workers, including medical doctors, were victims of the disease in Ebonyi, Kogi, Benue, and Nasarawa State. killing 4 of them in Kogi and Ebonyi State. More than 300,000 Nigerians displaced by Boko Haram forces are taking refuge in 3 neighboring countries. The countries are Chad, Niger Republic, and Cameroon. Budget and National Planning Minister of State, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, made this known at a town hall meeting with officers of the security agencies and military in Maiduguri. She explained that about 8.5 million people were displaced by Boko Haram forces from their homes in the northeast region. The minister said about 80% are from Borno State. Modibo Adama University of Technology, Yola, has been shot following a violent protest over alleged blasphemous comments on Prophet Muhammad. 1 student was feared dead and 2 others injured in the riot on the university campus on Sunday. The campus was already deserted by students hours before the authorities announced the closure of the university. The violent protest followed a post by a student on WhatsApp on Prophet Muhammad. Some of the Muslim students staged a protest which degenerated into a riot. The university spokesman, Hajia Halim Abala, said security has been beefed up in the university. About 168 farmers and herders died in a fighting in various parts of the country in January this year, according to Amnesty International. The human rights organization in the report says most of the deaths were recorded in Adamawa, Benue, Taraba, Ondo, and Katsina State. The organization's director, Oscar Ojigo, also said that 549 people died and thousands of property lost in 2017 in the clashes between farmers and herders. The casualties in 2017, according to the organization, were recorded in Taraba, Enugu, Benue, Zamfara, Niger, Nasarawa, Kaduna, Plateau, Cross River, Adamawa, Katsina, Delta, and Ekiti states. Federal Capital Territory authorities have ordered sex workers to leave Abuja within the next 2 weeks. Coordinator of Abuja Metropolitan Management Council, Omar Shuaib, issued the directive at a news conference in Abuja. Before the expiration of the deadline, he explained that a sensitization campaign will be held in the city. After the expiration of the 2 weeks deadline, Shuaib said police will undertake a night patrol to rid streets of the city of sex workers. A man has committed suicide in Ebonyi State. The 40-year-old man, Nkenjika Oyibe, was found hanging on a tree in the forest at Ishinko in the Onitsha local government area. The state police spokesperson, Loveth Oda, who confirmed the incident, said his body was discovered by a hunter in the forest. The body, according to her, has been released to his family for burial, added that no suspect has been arrested so far. You're still listening to the Midday News on Rock City 101.9 FM. Up next will be your foreign, business, and sport news. Please do stay with us. Maldives police have arrested the country's Chief Justice of the Supreme Court as a political crisis worsens in the Indian Ocean nation. Chief Justice Abdullah Saeed and another judge, Ali Hamid, were arrested hours after the government declared a state of emergency. No details were given about the investigation or any charges. The turmoil began when President Abdullah Yamin refused to obey a court order to release political dissident. Maldives is a nation made up of 26 coral atolls and 1,192 individual islands, and tourism is a vital part of its economy. Last week, the Supreme Court ordered the release of a group of opposition politicians, and that the 2015 trial of former President Mohamed Nasheed, who is living in exile, had been unconstitutional. The country's police commissioner said he would enforce the court's ruling. In response, the government of President Yamin sacked him. The army has now been ordered to resist any attempts to impeach or remove President Yamin. The U.S. National Security Council, meanwhile, warned in a tweet that the world is watching. An eruption of ethnic violence in northeastern Democratic Republic of Congo has killed more than 24 people and left hundreds of homes burned to the ground. Congolese officials said the fighting exploded late last week in the Ituri province between Hema and Lendo ethnic groups. It is unclear what set up the fighting, but the two groups have been bitter enemies for decades. Meanwhile, the United States has slapped sanctions on the Congolese military commander and three rebel leaders for contributing to widespread poverty, chronic food insecurity, and population displacement. The UN Security Council sanctioned the same four men last week for human rights violations. Monday's action freezes all assets the four have in the United States and bans Americans from doing business with them. The four are Congolese General Muhindo Akili Mundos and rebel leaders Gideon Kiyungu Mutanga, Gideon Shibire Nwisa, and Lucien Onzambawita. In business, Max Air Limited plans to start domestic flights from its base in Kano. Max Air, set up since 2007, has operated as an international charter airline concentrating mainly on the yearly Hajj and Umrah airlift. The carrier's media officer, Ibrahim Daidu, told newsmen that the airline has acquired three more aircraft for domestic operations. The three aircraft include the new 130-seater Boeing 737-500 aircraft. Daidu said will assist the airline to boost its operations. The airline, according to Daidu, has engaged in international charter flights using 747 aircraft. He said in the last 11 years, Max Air has flown over 500,000 passengers as pilgrims to Saudi Arabia. Finally, in the Midday News, Sport News. Super Eagles B players and coaching crew for the just concluded African Nations Championship CHAN, hosted by Morocco, are to share 90 million naira. Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) coughed out the 90 million naira from the $750,000 prize money the Super Eagles B earned after emerging the first runner-up of the just concluded 5th edition of the biennial championships, tagged CHAN 2018. The $750,000 prize money is about 252 million naira, and the 90 million naira is about 30% of the staggering sum gotten from the Confederation of African Football (CAF). Meanwhile, Nigeria also earned a separate sum of $100,000 as participation fee from this year's edition, which is about 36 million naira when converted to the country's currency, alongside other 16 countries that participated. That was the media news, and just before we go, the major stories once again. Ogun State House of Assembly to resume debates on amended 1999 Constitution clauses. Rochas Okorocha asked President Buhari to reply President Obasanjo's letter. Lassa fever killed 31 in 15 states. Students feared dead in riots over blasphemy in Adamawa University. On the foreign scene, we told you that Maldives police have arrested the Apex Sports judges amidst political crisis in the country. 24 people killed in fresh ethnic clashes in DR Congo. For more stories and to listen to us live, please log on to our website www.rockcityfmradio.com/live. Thank you so much for listening. I am Tobi Joseph. Good afternoon.